Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into Tahereh Mafi's electrifying dystopian debut, Shatter. Forget quick recaps, we're going chapter by chapter to unravel the story of Juliet Ferrars, a girl whose touch is lethal, locked away in a world gone mad. Get ready for betrayal, hidden powers, and a fight for survival. Let's shatter this story open. Our story begins in a cold, concrete cell. Chapter 1, Juliet Ferrars has been imprisoned for 264 days. Her only companions are the numbers she counts, the walls, the hours, the letters of an alphabet she hasn't spoken. She's been abandoned by her parents and locked away by the re-establishment, a regime that rose to power promising to fix a dying world. All she knows is isolation until they tell her she's getting a cellmate. And not just any cellmate. A boy, tall, tattooed, dangerous looking. His name, Adam. He steals her bed, her blanket, and terrifies her. Juliet is convinced this is a new form of torture. She spends her first night with him curled in a corner, wide awake, paralyzed by fear. Chapter 2. The next morning, Juliet finds solace in the rain outside her tiny window, dreaming of birds that can still fly. Adam is awake, and their awkward coexistence continues. He burns his hand, grabbing their breakfast tray, a trap Juliet knew about but didn't warn him against. Later, he gently touches her shoulder. It's the first human contact she's had in 264 days, and it sends shockwaves through her. She's terrified, yet desperate for it. When Adam asks what she's writing in her notebook, she deflects, terrified of his questions and the secrets she carries. Chapter 3. An alarm sounds, and the cell door opens into darkness. Adam is confused, but Juliet knows it's shower time. She guides him through the pitch-black asylum corridors, revealing she's learned to navigate this nightmare. In the communal showers, she finds soap and helps Adam, instructing him to hold the hem of her shirt to follow her back. Back in their cell, Juliet is shivering. To her surprise, Adam drapes both blankets, hers and his, over her shoulders. He apologizes for being an asshole the day before. He tells her his name, Adam. For the first time in 265 days, Juliet sees a genuine smile. Exhausted, she falls asleep, warmed by his unexpected kindness. Chapter 4. Juliet wakes from a nightmare, screaming. Adam is watching her, concerned. He admits he thought everyone in the asylum was insane, including her. They share a moment of dark humor, both saying, "So did I." Adam, shirtless in the dim light, asks if she's cold. She lies, saying no. He apologizes again for his behavior and asks, for the third time, for her name. The vulnerability in the moment breaks through her walls. "Juliet," she whispers. "My name is Juliet." Adam repeats it, savoring it, and smiles a smile that cracks something open inside her. Chapter 5. Juliet reflects on her past. She remembers the accident that defined her life. As a child, she tried to help a little boy who was crying in a grocery store. The moment she touched him, she felt a surge of power, and he went limp. She didn't understand what she'd done. Her parents' horror, the doctors, the lawsuits, it all led to her imprisonment. She stares out at the snow, wishing she could feel something, anything. Adam asks about her family, and she shuts down. He probes further, asking why she's here, why she stares out the window. She deflects, asking why he stares at her. He admits he thought she was his punishment, a crazy girl sent to torture him. Their fragile connection is building, brick by painful brick. Chapter 6. 2 weeks have passed. Routine has set in, but Juliet is still haunted. She writes in her notebook, her only outlet. Adam notices and asks if she's writing a book. He encourages her, telling her the re-establishment plans to destroy all languages, making her writing an act of rebellion. The weight of this revelation overwhelms Juliet. She begins to shake, terrified. Adam, seeing her distress, puts an arm around her, pulling her close. For a moment, she melts into his embrace, finding comfort she never thought possible. But panic sets in. She remembers she can't be touched. She pulls away, begging him not to touch her. Hurt and confused, Adam accuses her of disgust. She lashes out, saying maybe he's the crazy one. The fragile peace between them shatters. Chapter 7. Juliet is lost in memories of a world before the re-establishment TVs, holidays, normalcy when armed soldiers storm their cell. They brutally beat Juliet and Adam, who is now referred to by his full name, Adam Kent, and drag them away. Juliet is thrown into a new, smaller cell. When she's finally brought before a commanding officer, she's shocked to find Adam standing beside him, a rifle in his hand, pointing it at her chest. The officer is a young, chillingly beautiful man named Warner. Adam is a soldier. He was sent to spy on her. Chapter 8. Warner reveals he's been studying Juliet for years. Adam was his final test to see if she was stable enough to be useful. Warner offers her a deal. Join him, become a weapon for the re-establishment, and live in luxury. Refuse and face torture or death. To prove his point, he orders Adam to torture her. Adam, his face a mask, puts on black gloves and approaches. He doesn't touch her, but guides her through the asylum halls and outside her first taste of fresh air in nearly a year. He helps her into a tank, a military vehicle, and they drive through a desolate, ruined world, a grim testament to the re-establishment's utopia. Chapter 9. They arrive at Sector 45 headquarters, a monument to obscene luxury built on the suffering of the masses. Juliet is overwhelmed by the waste and breaks down. Adam, seeing her distress, picks her up and carries her to her new room, a lavish suite. He tells her he's been assigned to watch her, that he'll be moving in. Confused and heartbroken, Juliet retreats to the bathroom. Adam follows, then suddenly stops, putting a finger to his lips. He's trying to tell her something. He leaves abruptly, leaving her more confused than ever. Chapter 10. In the bathroom, Juliet showers, luxuriating in the clean water and soap. She finds her old notebook hidden in the armoire. Adam saved it. Inside, on the last page she wrote, is a new sentence in different handwriting. It's not what you think. Hope surges through her. Adam wasn't betraying her, he was trying to warn her. Later, Warner forces her to wear a beautiful purple dress for dinner. In the opulent dining hall, Warner treats her like a prized possession. When she defies him, he casually shoots a piece of meat on a distant table to intimidate her. Adam, across from her, urges her silently to eat. She does, swallowing her pride with the food. Juliet is trapped in a gilded cage, but a spark of rebellion is lit. Let's keep going. Chapter 11. Warner tries to charm Juliet, telling her he cares about her and that they're not so different. He wants her to show him what she can do. When she refuses, he orders a soldier, Jenkins, to seize her. Jenkins, gloveless, grabs her arms. Juliet feels the familiar, horrifying surge of energy as she drains his life force. She screams for them to help him, but Warner is fascinated. He carries a fainting Juliet back to his own luxurious bedroom. Chapter 12. Juliet wakes in Warner's bed, horrified. He brings her food, acting almost kind. He confesses he needs her, hinting at a larger purpose. He reveals his father is a powerful figure. Juliet is repulsed, calling him a monster. He counters that she's a murderer too, referring to the little boy. He pushes her, asking why she held on to Jenkins for so long, implying she enjoyed the power. He says he'll introduce her to the reason he needs her one day. He leaves her to sleep, a prisoner in his world. Chapter 13. Warner takes Juliet back to her room. Adam is stationed outside her door, looking bruised and beaten in punishment for her defiance. Juliet feels a pang of guilt. Adam tells her to wear the purple dress Warner likes. Later, in the bathroom, she finds her notebook again. Adam's message gives her strength. She wears the dress, a silent act of defiance, refusing to be Warner's doll. Chapter 14. Warner takes Juliet to a concrete courtyard. Below, hundreds of soldiers stand in perfect formation. Warner introduces Juliet as a valuable asset. He then has a soldier named Fletcher executed on the spot for fraternizing with rebels. The casual brutality stuns Juliet. Warner tells her life is bleak and you have to shoot first. He escorts her back to her room, his mood shifting from charming to cruel in an instant. Chapter 15. Juliet is haunted by Fletcher's death. Warner visits her room again, his behavior erratic, sometimes kind, sometimes terrifying. He reveals he had Adam beaten for her disobedience, trying to manipulate her with guilt. Juliet realizes Warner is obsessed with her, but also deeply insecure. His power is everything to him. Chapter 16. One night, Juliet can't sleep in her bed and curls up on the floor. Adam, who sleeps in her room as her guard, joins her. He whispers that she doesn't need to scream anymore. They fall asleep side by side on the floor, a small island of peace. The next morning, Adam is gone, but Juliet finds him outside her door, covered in fresh bruises. Her heart breaks for him. He tells her to wear the purple dress again. She finds her notebook hidden in it with his message. Hope is alive. Chapter 17. Warner takes Juliet to a rooftop where he forces her to wear a skimpy outfit. He then releases a blindfolded toddler into a room filled with deadly, springing spikes. He tells her to save the child. Terrified, Juliet grabs the boy, feeling the awful power surge through her as she holds him. She manages to keep him safe until the spikes retract. Enraged by Warner's cruelty, Juliet does the impossible. She smashes through a concrete wall, grabs Warner by the throat and threatens to kill him. He's ecstatic, not afraid, thrilled by her power. He warns her never to put him in that position again. Chapter 18. Shaken, Juliet hides in the shower crying. Adam finds her. He reassures her Warner is wrong, that she's not a monster. He pulls her into the shower with him, the running water masking their voices. He confesses he can touch her, he touched her, while she was screaming in her sleep back in the cell. He didn't understand his immunity then, but he does now. He promises to get her out. He reveals the tattoo on his chest. A white bird with gold streaks the exact bird from Juliet's recurring dreams. Their connection is undeniable, magical. He kisses her, a promise of escape and love. Chapter 19. Juliet is now Warner's reluctant guest, wearing dresses he picks out, eating his food, attending his meetings. He constantly reminds her of her potential as a weapon. He tries to break her spirit, telling her the world will always hate her, that she belongs with him. One day, he brings her to a room with a two-way mirror. He forces her to touch him, wanting to experience her power. She refuses. He then sends in Jenkins again. Horrified, Juliet manages to hold the man with minimal skin contact, saving him once more. Warner is furious, she won't cooperate. Chapter 20. Adam is distant, forbidden by Warner to speak to Juliet. Their only contact is at night, when he sleeps in her room, a silent, comforting presence. Juliet is desperate to talk to him, to understand his message. One day, Warner, frustrated by her resistance, makes a deal. If she touches him, he'll remove the cameras from her room. Desperate for privacy, she agrees. But as Warner strips off his shirt, Adam bursts in. He's been ordered to take her back to her room and disable the cameras. Juliet is mortified, convinced Adam heard Warner's cruel words about her past. Chapter 21. With the cameras gone, Juliet confronts Adam. She confesses she remembers him from school, that he was the only one who ever looked at her like a human being. Adam is stunned. He confesses he knew who she was all along. He volunteered for the project because he'd heard about the little boy and wanted to help her. Warner lied to him, too, never revealing the true nature of her condition. Adam is horrified by what Warner made her do to Jenkins. Juliet, overwhelmed by his kindness and the revelation that he cared, breaks down. Adam pulls her into his arms, holding her as she cries. He whispers that they need to get out of there. Chapter 22. They start planning. Adam reveals the reestablishment is preparing for a major attack on rebel forces. They'll use the chaos of the mobilization to escape. They have 3 weeks. Their stolen moments are filled with whispered plans and stolen kisses. Juliet learns Adam joined the army to find her and to provide for his younger brother, James, whom he placed in a supposedly safe, unregulated orphanage zone. Adam's love and sacrifice deepen Juliet's resolve. Chapter 23. Warner, growing impatient, forces Juliet into another test. He makes her wear a tiny tank top and shorts and locks her in a room with spikes. This time, he sends in a soldier, not a child. Juliet, realizing Warner wants to see her kill, refuses to touch the man. She dodges the spikes until the test ends. Warner is furious. Later, Adam comforts her, reaffirming his love. He tells her he's been in love with her since they were children, since he saw her selfless acts at school. He promises to follow her anywhere. Their bond is unbreakable. Chapter 24. The day of their planned escape arrives. But Warner has other ideas. He pulls a false alarm, code 7, sending all soldiers scrambling. He confronts Juliet and Adam in her room. A tense standoff ensues. Adam puts Warner in a headlock. Juliet, finding a hidden strength, grabs Warner's gun and hits him. They tie Warner up and make a run for it. Adam has ropes, and they plan to climb down from her 15-story window. As Juliet prepares to climb, Warner, writhing on the floor, screams, "Has he touched you?" Juliet freezes. She realizes in her panic, Warner grabbed her leg and nothing happened. Warner is immune to her too. Chapter 25. Juliet and Adam flee through the ruined city, heading for the unregulated zone where James lives. They find Adam's hidden tank and drive to his secret apartment, a small, warm space he created for James. They find James, a bright, energetic 10-year-old who immediately takes a liking to Juliet. Adam explains he's been searching for Juliet since the day she disappeared from school. He joined the army to survive and to find a way to protect James and, hopefully, her. Juliet is overwhelmed by his devotion. That night, as they lie on the floor together, Adam confesses his love. Juliet reciprocates. They share a passionate, tender kiss, but are interrupted by James, who needs comfort after a nightmare. Their escape is put on hold, but their love is solidified. Chapter 26. The next morning, James questions why Juliet can touch Adam. Adam has a private talk with his brother, presumably explaining that Juliet is his girlfriend. Later, someone pounds on the door. It's Kenji, Adam's former army friend. He's badly beaten, claiming Warner's men tortured him for information after their escape. Adam is suspicious but helps him. Kenji reveals he knows a super safe place where they can hide a rebel stronghold called Omega Point. Adam is wary, but with Warner's men likely closing in, they have no choice. They pack their things, ready to run. Chapter 27. Just as they're about to leave with Kenji, soldiers storm the building. Adam, Juliet, James, and Kenji flee through a hidden exit. They run through the streets, dodging gunfire. Adam hides James and Kenji in an abandoned building and goes to steal a car, leaving Juliet to protect them. Juliet and Kenji wait, tense and afraid. Kenji, despite his injuries, tries to lighten the mood, flirting with Juliet and annoying Adam when he returns with a car. They pile in and speed away, heading for Omega Point. Chapter 28. They arrive at Omega Point, an incredible high-tech city hidden underground. They are greeted by Castle, the calm, charismatic leader. He explains that Omega Point is a refuge for people with gifts, extraordinary abilities like Juliet's. He takes Juliet to see Adam, who is being healed by twin sisters, Sonia and Sarah. Adam is recovering quickly, his injuries miraculously mending. Castle reveals they've been researching people like them for years and believe they can explain Juliet's power. He invites her to join their fight against the re-establishment. Juliet is stunned, hopeful, and finally feels like she might belong somewhere. Chapter 29. Kenji reveals he's a spy for Omega Point. He was planted in the army to monitor Warner and find Juliet. His gift is invisibility. He also reveals Warner is alive, just wounded, and his forces are actively searching for them. Omega Point's security is tight, but the threat is real. Adam, Juliet, James, and Kenji are assigned to share a room. That night, Adam and Juliet share a moment of intense passion, their love a beacon in the darkness. Adam whispers he needs to see her to be with her. Their future is uncertain, but their love is their anchor. Chapter 30. The next morning, Winston, another member of Omega Point, whose gift is extreme flexibility, brings Juliet a custom-made suit. It's skin-tight, purple, and made of a special material that allows her to touch people only when she intends to, giving her control over her power for the first time. She feels reborn, powerful, and ready. Adam tells her she looks like a superhero. Hand in hand, gloveless, they step out to face their new life at Omega Point, ready to fight, ready to live, and finally ready to be together. And that's the journey of Shatter Me. From a broken girl in a cell to a powerful young woman finding love, family, and a cause worth fighting for. Juliet's story is just beginning, and the war against the re-establishment is far from over. What did you think of the book? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this chapter-by-chapter breakdown, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite books. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes you have to shatter to become whole. See you next time.